Doing it back here again for our video, and in this video I'm showing off my entire Phantasm collection. Now, I've never done a video showing off my Phantasm collection, and the reason why is because compared to other collections that I have, my Phantasm collection is actually really not that big. I only have a few releases of the films as well as a figure. So it's really not that very big, but I still wanted to do a video showing off my collection because I love the Phantasm franchise. It's one of my favorite franchises. I love the original film. I remember when I first saw it back when I was about 9 years old. I rented it from my local video rental store and remember just being, so into it. I remember it was one of the most original and just out there horror films that I've seen at that point, and I've loved the entire series since then. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. And the first thing I'm going to show is the Phantasm Collection Blu-ray set. So here you go. Now, I picked this up from FYE a few months after it was released. I originally didn't think I was going to get it because they had a copy of it there for a pretty long time, and when I went to go get it, I asked the the girl that was there if they still had it, and she said that they actually just sold it the day before. So I was originally not expecting to get this, but a few weeks later I went back into FYE and I saw this sitting there and I knew I had to get it. I absolutely love this set. I love this front image right here of the tall man sitting there in his chair. You got the silver spears flying around them. And I also absolutely love that each of the Phantasm films come in their own individual clear cases, and they all have their own original poster artwork. This also comes with a bonus disc that has a ton of great special features, as well as a nice booklet in there, and a poster that has the front image of the box set, as well as the front artwork for the Phantasm Remastered Blu-ray release, which I also have. But yeah, I know that this is one set that horror fans have just been waiting on, and when Don Coscarelli first announced that, he wanted all the Phantasm films to come to Blu-ray, I know so many people were really excited for it, and I was as well, and I'm just so glad that, this set was released for the fans, and, it's just a really great set. I also know that Era Video released a really nice set as well, that actually comes with a silver spear, and it's kind of like the UK DVD set of the Phantasm films, because when they released the set, Anchor Bay released the set, in the UK it was released in a silver spear, and it had all the discs inside of the spear, and I think that a lot of people were expecting Era Video to release the set with the discs inside the sphere, and apparently that set isn't like that, so I think some people were a bit disappointed, but the Era Video set is still really nice, but I think I prefer having all the films in their own individual cases, so really glad to pick this up, and, like I said, it's really great that Don Coscarelli finally got all these films on Blu-ray. Right as Phantasm Ravager was coming out, which I actually just recently watched for the first time. I actually never watched it until just recently, and I did do a video talking about my thoughts on it. I did a first time watch video, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down below for you to check out if you want to hear my thoughts on Phantasm Ravager, the latest and possibly final film in the franchise. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is the Phantasm Collection Blu-ray set. Absolutely great set. Now we're going to move on to the Phantasm Remastered Blu-ray, which was released in 2016, I believe. And I'm really, really glad that, this film got a really nice Blu-ray release. This is an all-out great release. It's got great artwork. It's great, great transfer. It's got great picture quality, great sound. It's just an all-out really nice Blu-ray release. I really like the front artwork. I like it how it kind of has a callback to the original poster artwork. The image of Michael flying, around, which is just like it is on the original poster artwork for the film. And you got the tall man right there with the silver spears flying around and the lady in lavender. And this also has a lot of great special features as well. And it's all around great release. Now I want to show off all the DVD releases of the films that I own, and the first one is, of course, the original Phantasm. This is the Anchor Bay Collection release. I picked this up at Walmart. It does have a bit of a sticker residue on it that kind of rips some of the artwork, unfortunately, but Yeah, other than that, this is a really great release. The title Phantasm is embossed right there, and it does have a cover that's very similar to the original poster artwork. You know, you got Michael flying there, and he's embossed, as well as the silver spear, and the forks that are pointing out of the spear is embossed as well as the tall man. And this has a lot of great special features as well. Mostly Phantasmagoria, which is a great 30-minute documentary about the making of the film. It's got a lot of great interviews with the cast, great behind-the-scenes footage, and all of that. And it's just a really great featurette. All the features that are on this DVD are included in the Blu-ray set, but you know, other than that, you know, it's just an all-out really nice release. Alright, now I'm going to show off the Scream Factory release of Phantasm 2. I remember when this first came out, and so many people were so excited that this came out because for some reason, Phantasm 2 was never released on DVD in the US. For some reason, all the other films got US releases except for Phantasm 2, which is surprising because I would say Phantasm 2 is one of the most loved horror sequels of all time. You know, I know a lot of people absolutely love this film just as much as the original, and it's one of the most popular horror sequels, and it's kind of odd that all the other films got a US DVD release before this one. Universal did release a bare bones DVD release, which I do have and I will be showing off, but this is the release that horror fans have been waiting on. Really nice release of Phantasm 2. You know, I really like the front image right here of the tall man holding the ball, you know, of the eyes in the background. And this release has a lot of great special features. All of these are included in the Blu-ray set. But you know, you got a commentary by Don Coscarelli, Angus Scrimm, and Reggie Bannister. New interviews with Don Coscarelli, Angus Scrimm, Reggie Bannister, and Paula Irene, as well as a theatrical trailer. And of course, it does have reversible artwork, which also has the original poster artwork for Phantasm 2, which I absolutely love the original poster artwork for Phantasm 2. But yeah, really nice release, and I'm really glad that Scream Factory finally put out a nice release of this film. Alright, and now I'm going to show the Universal DVD release that I just mentioned. Kind of a weird release, you know, it just has the image of the tall man right here on the front holding the ball, and this kind of spirally design around it. And then it does have an image of all the characters around it like that. There's no special features, just a really bare bones release. But for a while, this was the only way to get Phantasm 2 on DVD in the US. So, you know, it's still, you know, it's a bare bones release, but it's still a nice addition to the collection. And then we have Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead, the Anchor Bay release. I really like this movie. I know a lot of people love Phantasm 2, but I think Phantasm 3 is a great sequel as well. I really like this artwork on the front right here and on the back. One of my favorite scenes is when they go into that fun house scene with all the clowns. It's not really a fun house, but it's a clown house. There's just a bunch of clowns everywhere. I've always really liked that scene. So yeah, Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. And the last one for the DVDs is Phantasm 4, Oblivion. I never got the Anchor Bay DVD release. This is the MGM DVD release. But I'd say out of all the Phantasm films, this is definitely my least favorite. I'm not saying anything bad about the movie. I think it's a great film in the series, but it's just my least favorite. I do really like how that, you know, you got to see the origins of the tall man, and you got to see how he became the tall man, and I really like that story. So yeah, Phantasm 4, Oblivion. Not much to say about this. It just has a promotional trailer for the film, and that's pretty much it. Alright, now I'm going to show off the two VHS releases. Now, I don't have an original VHS release of any of the Phantasm films, but I do have this MGM Movie Time VHS release of the original movie. And I got this years after I first rented the movie, and I want to say this was at either Walmart or Kmart or someplace. I do like this image right here of the tall man holding the bloody spear right here with the drill, and then you got the lightning in the background. Now this release does have a couple of special features. It actually has 4 minutes of behind the scenes. I mean, not behind the scenes. 4 minutes of never before seen footage. Excuse me. It has a couple of deleted scenes as well as the alternate ending. So you know it's got a few special features on it. And the only other VHS release is this Universal Collector's Choice release of Phantasm 2, The Ball is Back. I absolutely love that artwork, like I said. And I do like the image that they chose on the back. You got the great image of the tall man standing right there, and just a few of the great scenes from the movie. I love that scene right there. But yeah, just a basic VHS release of Phantasm 2. Now, the last thing I'm going to show is the figure that I own. And I got this years and years ago, but it is, of course, the Tall Man. And I'll go ahead and show you guys, show him off. Really nicely detailed. I believe NECA released this figure, and he's incredibly nicely detailed, all the way around. Unfortunately, the only thing is he lost his hand. This is one reason why I plan to keep all my figures in their packaging, is because when I was younger, there was a lot of figures that I got, a lot of really cool figures, and they all have missing pieces. And unfortunately, the Tall Man is one of them. He's missing his hand, which is unfortunate. I look back and I think, man, out of all the really cool figures that I got, and this was back when these figures were first coming out and you can buy them in stores. Some of these figures I own are incredibly rare, and unfortunately they're missing parts because I took them out of the package, and that's one reason why I'm OCD about taking figures out of their packages. But yeah, like I said, really nicely done, really nicely detailed. And he also comes with one of the dwarves, which again, great fake sculpt. Very, very nice. And the last thing he comes with is a silver spear. That comes with the two little forks on it and the drill. And again, really nicely detailed. Like I said, I believe NECA released this, and NECA, they always put out some of the best figures that I've ever seen. So anyway, guys, that is it. That is my Phantasm collection. Thanks everybody for watching. Let me know what you guys think about all the different editions that I own of the Phantasm franchise. I know I kind of sped through this, but like I always say, if you guys want to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, I'll leave links down below. And if you have not seen my first time watch video where I talk about my thoughts on Phantasm Ravager, I'll leave a link to that video down below. Anyway, guys, thanks everybody for watching. Let me know what you guys think about my Phantasm collection, and I'll see you guys in the next video.